Parents are meant to love and care for you, but some parents are just so mean to their kids. Today we're looking at the worst parents that just treat their kids wrong. This first parent just had the audacity to walk away from their kid.
Just walk away from their child. My dad just randomly abandoned me when I was 14, just because he couldn't be bothered to raise a child. He chose substance over me. He only would visit me once a month for half an hour. His apologies were lame excuses. He would never take accountability for his actions.
Whoa, a girl, that dad must be in jail by now. I hope you just live calmly with another family member, like grandparents or aunties and uncles. I can't believe her dad—
Only my mother cared about me, and of course she had to die on me after I had just turned 8. She worked all day to keep a roof above my head, and she still made time for me so I wouldn't feel alone. I'm scared I drove my father away to make him abandon me.
No parent figures at the age of 14 is nuts. Who is going to take care of this girl now? Girl, I'm so sorry.
He went to prison during the worst point of my life for 3 years. When he was released, I was really mean to him, as he promised he'd never go back. It's now been 2 years since we last interacted, and have grown up with no parent figure. I wish I had an adult in my life who loved me. Sometimes I want to get babied because I had my childhood ripped from me too early. This might sound horrible, but I wish it was my father who died that night instead of my mom.
Okay, that's a bit selfish, but I get it. This girl just heard a knocking noise and told her mom, but her mom didn't believe her. Yeah, apparently that's true. Let's just watch the video.
Me.
When I was a kid, my mom and I, just laying in bed, there's nobody in the house but just the two of us. I go to the kitchen to get some water, and I hear a knock. I go to check, and I saw nobody there. I go back to the bedroom. My mom said, "Why are taking so long?" I told everything. My mom didn't believe me. There's a knock again. Wait for Preet too.
I think she's a little kid by the way she explained it. This next woman sat on her son and crushed him to death. Let's just watch this explanation.
Her son and crushed him to death. Jennifer Wilson. One day, the son ran away to a neighbor's house, and Jennifer Wilson reported it to the police. After reporting the police, the son was then returned home. After the mother and son were alone, the son was acting up and throwing himself on the ground in front of the house because the son was complaining the 340-pound.
This woman definitely needs some help. Like, why the heck would you sit on your son as a punishment, thinking your son isn't dying?
On top of her 90-pound son and was crushing him to death. The woman apparently thought the son wasn't really dying, and she thought he was faking it the whole time, until she got up and noticed that his eyelids were pale. The woman was sitting on her son for at least 5 minutes straight. The son was not breathing, and he didn't have a pulse, and was taken to the hospital, but was taken off of life support 2 days later. Before his death, the son said that the mother was abusive and would slap his face, and the mother wasn't his biological mother, it was his foster mother.
I feel so bad for this kid. This woman should work out more. This next couple had 13 kids and locked them in their rooms.
Parents that we're mentioning in this slideshow are probably one of the worst parents you'll ever have heard of. This slideshow starts off with an image showing the parents, David and Louise Turpin. David and Louise's entire family consisting of 13 children.
I think they went too serious with this. Like, I know you want to follow your religion, but I'd rather just pray instead of having 13 kids. But it's their decision, to be fair. How do these parents get money to get food for 13 kids?
Photos of the home that they and their children lived in. David and Louise got married in 1985 when David was 23 years old and Louise was only 6.
Is that even legal? These guys really like
their religion. They believed that they needed to bring as many children into the world as possible, so they got to work and had 13 kids. However, despite the fact the family looked happy from the outside, this could not be further from the truth. For years, David and Louise would falsely imprison the children in their rooms, performing a variety of different horrendous acts, only ever allowed them to eat once a day and bathe once.
That house must have been so stinky, because why would you be able to bathe once a year? These parents are just abusive.
On January 14th, 2018, a 17-year-old daughter of theirs ended up escaping, calling the police, and they were caught. They received 25 years to life. This case really goes to show that even though things might look okay from the outside, sometimes they're not.
I think this couple should be sentenced for life. These next parents wanted their daughter to never age, so they starved her to keep her small.
So she could be their little girl forever. Now I want you to look at this girl and I want you to comment how old you think she is, okay? Here's another photo of her. Comment and then I'll tell you how old she was. She was 16 in this photo and she weighed 60 pounds.
Wow guys, when I first saw this photo, I thought she was like 10 or 11. But turns out she's 16. Imagine how hungry she was during her childhood.
Warned them that she could pass from this and her dad dismissed it saying that they were crazy. But like that actually is the reason. Like they wanted her to stay their little girl forever. Like ew, what? And that's why they put her on this crazy diet. They had a rich family, they lived in Australia. Also her face is covered and the parents' names are not out to help protect her identity. Started their investigation after her ballet teachers tipped them off. And that really shows what like a good teacher or mentor or just adult in your life can do for you. Just how amazing some role models or educators really are. But CPS got involved. They have been charged and sentenced. They're hiding their faces here as they should. Who does this to a child? Like good for them for realizing something was wrong and doing something about it. Because I feel like a lot of the times people are like, oh, like it's not my kid. The parents can handle it. I hope they rot. And I'm ready to know who they are. I'm ready. This is gonna ruin her for the rest of her life, but I'm glad she's now in a place where she is safe and she is able to begin her recovery, but it's gonna suck and it's gonna be so hard and she's gonna struggle with this forever.
Whoa, that's insane. And did you also notice how skinny she was at 16? Comment pig to confuse others. Bye.